In this video, we're going to show you how to connect an audio interface to a video camera. In this video, we're using the SSL2 Plus, but everything that we're showing you in this video would work for any other common audio interface that you'd find in a home studio. It would also work with any SLR style video camera or point and shoot style video camera that has that microphone level input. Commonly, it's an 1/8 inch jack. That's what we're going to show you how to connect to an audio interface in this video. Now, in this video, we're using the EV-RE20 dynamic microphone connected to the SSL2 Plus, and there's a feed being sent to the computer. Now, you can see in the meter here that we are right between that -12 and -18 mark. The only reason that I'm bringing that up is because having your gain set correctly, of course, will also affect the outputs of this audio interface. So it is important that your gain is set up on the microphone between that -12 and -18 mark in order to get the same results that we're getting in this video. Now, if you're listening to the audio interface, you're going to see this logo up in the top corner, just so you know what feed you're listening to. When we connect this microphone and audio interface to the video camera, we're going to have a picture of a video camera up in the top corner, so you know that you're listening to the recording from the camera, so you can compare the results and make sure that what we're showing you would actually work in your situation as well. If you are looking for pricing or specs for anything that you see in this video, we do have some links down in the description below where you can find current up-to-date pricing on everything that we show you from a variety of online retailers to make sure that you are getting the best price possible. Now, we do have 3 pieces of theory that we're going to cover really quickly here, but it does make a difference as to why we do some of the things that we do. First of all, these SLR style video cameras and point and shoot style video cameras have absolutely horrible preamps on them. When we go into the menu of this video camera right now, you can see that I have my audio record level set to 1. I've basically just turned the input on, and that's all I want to do. If you turn this up to say 15 or 20 or 30 or anything like that, you're going to notice that it gets really staticky and hissy, and it degrades the quality of recording with your video camera. These inputs are not meant to be doing a lot of heavy lifting for studio style microphones, so we're going to count on the audio interface doing that heavy lifting for us. The next difference that we're going to compare here is that your audio interface is sending a line level output, and your video camera is expecting a mic level input. A line level output is quite a bit louder than a mic level input. But with an audio interface, there's actually quite a few reasons for this. The outputs aren't as powerful as something like an audio mixer, mostly because we're setting the channel gain here between -12 and -18. But on an audio mixer, we'd be setting each channel up to somewhere between -6 and 0, or sometimes even +3. So the gain is just set up quite a bit different. So some of the methods that we're going to show you today are going to show you how to manage the difference between the line level outputs on this audio interface and the mic level input on your camera. Now, the last bit of theory that we have here, I know this is dragging on a little bit before we get to the good part, but it's the difference between an unbalanced and balanced 1/4 inch cable. I have 2 1/4 inch jacks here in my hand. The first one has 2 sections divided by that black line. There's the tip and the sleeve. This is known as a TS or unbalanced connection. You would never want to use a 1/4 inch jack like this for a run longer than 15 feet because you will notice that you get static. Sometimes you'll even get static on these cables and interference on short runs of 6 feet, but generally 15 feet is known to be quite safe. Next, we have a 1/4 inch cable here that has 3 sections. There's the tip, the ring, and the sleeve. You'll notice that there's 2 black rings dividing the 3 sections. This is known as a balanced 1/4 inch jack. With a balanced cable, you can run up to 1,000 feet with very, very minimal audio degradation. This is what's used in live sound to make the long runs out to speakers and that type of thing. But this jack can be used 2 different ways. It can be used to run an unbalanced stereo signal. So we have the left, the right, and the ground. So if you're using it as an unbalanced stereo cable, you can still only run up to about 15 feet or so. If you're using this as a balanced cable, so mono balance, basically there's 2 copies of the same mono signal, phase inverted. They get realigned on the other side. It's actually quite interesting if you want to look it up. But all you need to know here is that you can run unbalanced stereo, so a short run with left and right, or you can run balanced mono, which would give you a long run of just a mono signal. I'll show you what that means as we get into the three methods here. Okay, so the first way that we're going to show you this is probably the most obvious way. It's what you would assume we'd try to do. We'd use a cable like this. This cable takes a TRS, so 3-section 1/4-inch jack, and converts it to a TRS 1/8-inch jack. So this would allow us to take an unbalanced stereo signal from the headphone output of our audio interface and connect it to the microphone input on our video camera. So let's make that connection now. The 1/4-inch jack is going to go into the headphone output on our audio interface, and the 1/8-inch side is going to go into the headphone or microphone input on our video camera. Now we can see right now on the video camera that there is no level. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn up our headphone output on our audio interface, and you should see the level coming up on your screen right now, and you should be able to hear it now as well. When you set up your audio on your camera like this with the whole setup, you can see the meter moving there. You can assume that somewhere between that -20 and -3 mark. Right now we're peaking at about -6. This is exactly what you want. You want to adjust the headphone output on your audio interface until you come to that -6 mark, and that's exactly where you want to leave it. Once you go up past +3, you will notice here that it does get clippy and distorted, and the camera is going to do all kinds of crazy work to try to save your audio for you. It does not sound good. So we're going to turn this down again, and we're going to be a little bit more conservative, somewhere around that -6 mark, and this is exactly what we're looking for. Now, the second way that we're going to show you is a slightly different version of the same concept. We're going to use a cable like this. This cable has 2 1/4-inch TS jacks, so the red is for the right side and the black is for the left side. This is a 2-section TS jack, and that merges into a TRS 1/8-inch jack that will go into the camera, giving the stereo signal to the camera. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to connect this cable to the monitor output of the audio interface, and then we're going to connect it to the microphone input on the video camera. On the back of the SSL2 Plus, you'll find 2 1/4-inch outputs. If you do have an audio interface that just has RCA, you can find an RCA version of this cable as well. We'll link it down in the description. That will go RCA to 1/8-inch jack, and you can use it in the same way that you're seeing right now. So red is always right, black is left, and then we're going to connect that to the video camera. Now, if we go into the audio recording level here, you can see that we're in the same situation. There's no audio level until we turn up the monitor output on this audio interface. That's when we start to get level. You can see the meter move, and now you can hear the microphone as well. We want to set it up exactly the same way. We want to leave it at that kind of -6, -8 mark. If we turn it up too much, you're going to notice it gets clipped and distorted and sounds horrible. You'd never want a recording that sounds like this. So I'm going to turn it back down to that -6 mark there, and that's really where we're happy with this microphone. Now, the first two options that I showed you work well. They're unbalanced solutions though. That means that they can only be run up to 15 feet, or you can expect that you will get noise and interference, and it will be distracting in your recording and ruin the integrity of your recording. So what's the other option? This is going to sound ridiculous, but you need another audio interface. We're going to call this camera audio interface compared to our normal audio interface, since we have 2 audio interfaces here now. A camera audio interface has quite a few features on it that will give you some extra options. First of all, it screws into the bottom of your camera, and then you can screw the tripod in the bottom, so it basically lives between the camera and the tripod, which is a really nice feature. This device has XLR inputs, so it can accept a balanced signal. This means that if you need to make a run 25, 50, or 100 feet out to your camera for your audio interface, then you can make that cable run with an XLR cable, and you would have no audio degradation in your signal whatsoever. Some other features that you get with this is you get independent volume knob, so your camera operator can adjust the volume if you need to as well. You can obviously also adjust the volume of this connection with the output on the audio interface, but there are also line level and mic level switches. I find when you're connecting an audio interface to a video camera, that you can get away with it on mic level. The outputs on the audio interface aren't that hot and you have an acceptable range of volume. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to leave it on mic level through this connection. So let's show you how to connect this. First of all, you'll need some cables like this. This will take a TRS balanced output from your audio interface and it'll convert it to XLR. I prefer to get short versions of these cables and then get long XLR cables since that's the most common to use and they're more readily available on site when you're working. We do have some links for these in the description below. So I'm going to make the left connection out of the audio interface into the camera interface. And then I'm going to make the right connection from the audio interface into the camera interface. Now I'm going to make sure the volume is turned all the way down. I'm going to take the 1/8" jack that comes out of the bottom of this device. These devices come in all different shapes and sizes. This is a very basic version and it's a 10-year-old version of a very basic version at that. New versions of these will also record to SD card and hard drive. They have all kinds of cool features like 32-bit recording and all that. So we have some links down in the description below where you can choose to spend between $50 or $1,000 on different versions of these. Most people go with the cheap ones. I've used the cheap one for 10 years. It works fine. The preamps can be a little bit noisy, but for most recordings or projects, it's not too bad. So next, just like the previous steps, we're going to go into our camera audio recording level. We can see that our monitor output here is set to about 50%, which is good. And now we can turn up the volume on the camera interface until we get up to that -6 mark that we were at before. So now you can see here that we're up to about that -6 or -8 mark that we were at before. And you can hear how it sounds compared to some of the other options. This is a really good option if you need a long, balanced run, 25, 50, or 100 feet. You really do need a tool like this compared to the first two options that you can use if you're running from 0 to 15 feet. So you really have three options there. You can use an unbalanced stereo cable to go from the headphone output into the microphone input on your camera. You can use a dual TS to stereo cable, the second option that we showed you to go from the monitor output on your audio interface onto the microphone input of the camera. Or if you need a balanced solution for a longer run, you can use these 1/4" TRS to XLR cables and go into a camera interface. That'll give you some more tools to work with to get a cleaner feed into your video camera. I hope this video has been helpful. Again, if you are looking for pricing or specs for any of the equipment that you've seen here, we have some links down in the description below. If you do have any questions or comments, please leave a comment down in the comment section below. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.